Is your student or child reading
really slow?
Has your child met diagnostic criteria for dyslexia or other reading difficulties? Then our repeated reading program with Coach
Fluency
is for you. Tell them about it, Coach.
Well, repeated reading is a method designed to increase reading speed and reading comprehension. Now, how does it work? Well, a student reads a short, meaningful, leveled reading text aloud several times until a satisfactory level of fluency is reached. After mastering the text, the reader moves on to a new one and repeats the same process.
Our program comes in 3 convenient and effective packages.
Package number 1, the Assisted Reading Package.
This package includes unlimited repeated reading sessions with a fluent reader. The fluent reader will listen to you each time you read and give you encouragement and pointers.
And I'll bet you're wondering how we fit that fluent reader inside that little box. Trade secret. Second package is the Timed Reading Package.
This package includes unlimited repeated reading sessions with a repeated reading coach.
Like me, your teacher, your mom, or your dad, or your siblings.
On top of this, each repeating reading session will have your repeated reading coach also track your progress by graphing your WPM.
That's words per minute, people.
You can see your fluency improve on the graph.
And last but not least, the third package, the Prosodic Reading Package.
This package includes the standard unlimited repeated reading sessions with a fluent repeated reading coach. On top of this, your repeated reading coach will model fluent readings of your passages for you in between your rereadings to help you get a sense of how that text should sound when it's read fluently. We recommend this package to our beginning readers.
That's right.
So why do repeated reading? Well, I bet you wonder what an athletic coach like me is doing in a reading infomercial. I'll tell you, sports and reading are pretty much the same thing. To be good at them, you have to practice. Every morning when I wake up, I practice my skills. I practice my bow staff skills, my computer hacking skills, and my nunchuck skills. Just like I practice my athletic skills, I also practice my reading skills. I do 2 to 3 repeated reading reps every day. Check out these reading muscles. Repeated reading will turn you into a lean, mean reading machine. Let me explain. Everyone has a certain amount of working memory. Let's call it brain juice. According to an idea called the theory of automaticity, if you're spending all of your brain juice on decoding and trying to get every word right, you have no juice left over for important things like nutritious comprehension. Each time you reread, your decoding becomes more automatized and you use less and less brain juice for the process. Your reading becomes smoother and lots of juice is freed up for comprehension. Now, maybe you think this is one of those shady infomercials that you see on QVC with all of those negative side effects and questionable
scientific research
backing them up. Well, I'll tell you now, this is not a hoax. Repeated reading only has positive side effects. What's more, there are years of research supporting its efficacy.
Here are some of the unflinching evidence.
Repeated reading improved words per minute in 3rd grade, 2nd grade, and struggling older elementary students.
Samuels found, in working with a mentally disabled student, that as they did repeating reading sessions, the students' words per minute increased, as in their reading rate, and their word recognition errors, as they learned to decode more effectively and fluently, decreased dramatically.
Repeated reading has also been found to improve reading accuracy. Here, Herman found repeated reading interventions increased word recognition and accuracy in a range of readers, including students with learning disabilities. Repeated reading helps readers make significant gains in comprehension compared to independent readings. Cueing students' attention towards comprehension at the beginning of sessions contributes to greater gains.
A good way to tell if your student needs a fluency-building program is to look at Hasbrook and Tyndall's oral reading fluency data. The following table shows the mean oral reading fluency of students in grades 1 through 8 as determined by their data. Students scoring 10 or more words below the 50th percentile using the average score of 2 unpracticed readings from grade-level materials need a fluency-building program.
Oh, for all of you teachers out there, I bet you're thinking, this guy is crazy. My kids are going to get really bored just reading the same thing over and over. And how will reading so fast increase comprehension, right? And how can I do this practically with the other 3 million kids who are in my classroom? Well, I'm here to tell you that repeated reading can work in your classroom. My friend Samuels found that students were motivated and engaged by noticing that there are quick gains in fluency. That's also why you want to keep the text nice and short. Students can get better at comprehension from repeated reading because with each additional rereading, they automatize their decoding process and free up working memory for comprehension. That's your brain juice. As for your 3 million children, here are 3 practical ideas for implementing repeated reading in your classroom.
Idea 1, rotating conferences. During independent reading time, conference with students on a rotating schedule to practice repeated reading. Idea 2, reader's theater. Motivate your students to reread by giving them engaging scripts and songs to practice. Have a performance at the end. With Reader's Theater, your students will become true thespians. Idea 3, book series. Hook your students on a book series like Judy and Jones, The Magic Treehouse, and The Babysitter's Club, my personal favorites Encyclopedia Brown. These series often share words and plot vocabulary between texts.
Don't wait another second. Sign up for our program today.
Compress results ensure that the novel text worth half of its words as previous text. Ideal texts are between 50 to 200 words. Ensure that your students achieve approximately 85 words per minute before moving on to a new text. To reduce student anxiety, be sure to concentrate on speed rather than accuracy.
Repeated reading is for developing fluency. Therefore, it is more appropriate for the primary grades or for any student that is having difficulties with decoding and reading comprehension, for example, English language learners.